the Executive Director, Development Space Academy, Ikechukwu, speaking on the state affairs of the nation, Nigeria Info, minimum wage, governance, rule of engagement in service, and other issues of the nation.
What I would do is to identify, take for instance, I'm from Anambra State, there are 177 communities, right? You brought 250,000 bags of rice, I divide it into 177. And I call them, I will say, I'll make an announcement in the state, we'll have a meeting with so and so in waves, traditional rulers, town union presidents. The information gets to the last person. And to the extent that it gets to the last person, there will be demand for explanation. But when I made the announcement, we in government, we are suffering, people are not realizing it, see the bags we've gotten. A disposition to only speak and deal at the superstructural level is part of the crisis on the table as we speak. Because for me, how can they say I haven't tried? I mean, this is number of bags. The question, did it get there? Did you have the right structures to make sure it got to the ground? Those are the things. And so when at this level I'm talking about all the effort, people are not at this. Look, somebody in the position of the president is in trouble. When the higher you go, the more dependent you are on aids and assistants and structures and processes. The question is whether it's the people they serve. The problem is at two levels. At the level of the elite engagement, a growing decrease in a sense of responsibility and perception that public office for service delivery. At the level of the people you say they are serving, what are the demands the average person is making of anyone in public office? If you, Maokwe or Chamberlain, imagine a senator today, you're going to get a long list of people for school fees, for chieftaincy title, for their wives in hospital, etc. So you find that over time too, there's also the wrong perception that once you're in office, you have access to funds that you don't need to account for, and so let's have part of it. So the thing is multiple. Three of us, let's suppose we are contesting elections now, and we all go, we're from the same area, and we get there, and I tell them the kind of things we need to do. You see, there's a lot of suffering here. We have a lot of power enterprise. I intend to provide a machine, what they use. You just wrap it around the tree, go up. The time it will take you to tap 15 palm trees. With this machine, you use it to tap 60. So I'll provide it a certain number. Everybody will rent it, all the tappers. So instead of spending 5 hours in the tapping this thing, you spend 45 minutes. That's what I'll do when I become governor, or whatever it is. I'll provide their boreholes. I'll do this. Things that will impact their lives. I'm going to facilitate farmers. Within the first 1 year, you get this cycle. I finish saying all of that. Now, Okey comes, yes, I'm contesting, and all of you, anybody who will vote for me will get 10,000. Chamberlain offers you one. Nobody will take me serious. So to that extent, you see that despite your good intention, there's already a demobilized public with the wrong expectations, with the wrong demands. And so those in public office who are genuinely determined to serve, there's the greatest challenges from the expectations of the people. What's to be done? If you don't meet the wrong expectations, the expectations will begin to change. It's as simple as that. And what I would do is to identify engagement. At the rural level, you have town union president. In some places, you have district heads, etc. We must pay attention to the fact that most of these platforms for public political consciousness have also been taken over by those who are driving a wrong paradigm. Okay, we're talking about security. Let's just focus on security. Any new person who comes into a village, the people know that this man was, or this woman wasn't part of us. Why is that intelligence not going to the military, to SSS, to DSS? Instead, he comes around, they look, if I find out he can give me some money from his activities, I keep quiet. That's part of the crisis, and that's part of why we're wasting the most developed human capital we have, which is the security and military. Those who talk policies, and I'm saying most, not all, understand an excellent policy you can deploy and change the lives of the people. But they don't understand the operating environment. Let's suppose that I'm from a state where there's a lot of water scarcity. And the policies, if I provide water that people can access the point within 1 hour, they'll have more time to do other things. They'll have more time for farming, and therefore food production will grow, overall productivity will increase, etc. And I go there to give water. And I talk to all the big men, the traditional ruler, they are nothing. But unknown to me, there are 3 people in that group who have the business of using tanker to sell water. And they made returns to either the traditional ruler of village head or the big boys. And as I'm talking, they are looking at an enemy. I have that fantastic policy. But I have zero understanding of the environment. That's why you see those who are talking about policy always making speeches on TV. It doesn't work because you know what the problem is. Okay, I know that chloroquine or whatever will cure malaria. The question is whether the man who has malaria will drink it. So what would aid the disconnect between policy and the reality? Simple. If you don't understand the environment, try to understand, okay, you are thinking of water. In every environment, there are power centers. And the power centers in that environment drive the interest they like. So I want to bring water. So I go, check. How have they been getting water? Oh, those of them who are slightly wealthier than the rest buy water from these water tanker dealers. The ordinary people, some of them also buy. A major stakeholder in that environment will be the water dealer. If I discover the cartel is too powerful, I'll negotiate for space sharing. No problem with this water thing, but I was thinking of sinking 9 boreholes. I'm going to sink 4. Now the poorest of the poor will get water from there. Those who don't have time for that will be. So if you're looking for heaven on earth, you must be on drugs. The place is dominated by bad boys and girls. So you don't go with the preachment of the ideal in your scripture, no. You want to make impact. Find out how to make impact. Don't go around grumbling that we have this policy. Nigerians are suffering. We know Nigerians are suffering. The elite is bad. We know the elite is bad. Your intervention, is it taking the right route for impact? I want to make impact in Kano. I go there and I'm making speeches in stadium to the people. What's the power center in Kano? It includes the Emirates. It includes imams. It includes village heads, district heads, etc. Youth organizations. I go to them one after the other. This is what we are thinking. What do you think? And this is something I've done in a state. By the time we were done, we had 5,131 youths who are beneficiaries. And all the stakeholders came. Now, you have those who understand the solution. Theoretically. And it's working in the US and everywhere. This is not the US. This is not the Netherlands. This is not Poland. What can work for you? That is the question we are not addressing. Okay. The government has spent a lot on development, on interventions, on palliatives, who accessed it. You mentioned the issue of figures. Imagine that you come to my village and the traditional ruler. Look, this is going to the state. It's been given to me as governor. What are the power center and administrative structures in my state? It includes so and so here. They now give you Chamberlain 15,000 bags of rice for your village, not for the state capital, and you will keep it. And family heads will not come. We are pretending that the elected elite constitutes those who can reach Nigerians. And so when you say we've got 2.5 million tons of this and that for Nigerians, you're only telling us about record of expenditure, not evidence of impact. That's part of the crisis.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and drop your comment now.